Hello everybody, we're back once more for a lovely bit of stream, and we do have with us one Stars and Garters, one Automaton 2000, and for his Frank draft pick, we have Frank. Frank, how are you doing?
Hi friends, it's so good to be here again. I'm excited. I've never watched this episode, but I hear good things, and that's why I drafted it as my #1 Star Trek episode in the first annual Trek Time charity draft of punishment.
Is this for charity? Okay. So for those that don't remember, we had a draft, and Frank sadly could not attend, so we basically gave him all the worst episodes. Including
no, but
ones...
don't tell him now. You've shattered his expectations. He's never seen this before.
He's never seen this.
You're downplaying it, so I won't fall out of my chair excited. I know nothing could blow me away more than what I'm expecting here. This is going to be action-packed. There's going to be explosions in space and fights and Romulans and Klingon. I know this is going to be great.
What do you remember about Sub Rosa, guys?
I feel like I remember too much of this episode, honestly. Like, it is genuinely extremely memorable. Like, if I say to you, what do you remember about the episode Aquiel?
Oh God, nothing.
Oh God.
That and the Darrow
That
film.
terrible shitty morph into the dog.
You remember that, and that's it. And it's like, what if I told you? What do you remember about? Oh God, what's that?
Unforgettable.
The problem. Yeah, what you remember about Unforgettable? Exactly. The title.
Entire script. I love that episode.
Unforgettable.
Well, that's a great song. But it's like you will never remember Aquiel. You will never talk to someone who's like, you know what? I'm going to try and tell you why, even if you shouldn't love Aquiel, you should at least like it. But Sub Rosa, I think it is actually, it's so bad it is good in a way.
So I watched earlier today from season 7 the episode The Pegasus with Terry O'Quinn. Everyone remembers that one. Surrounding Sub Rosa, we have the Pegasus Parallels with War from the Multiple Dimensions, Lower Decks, which is pretty memorable with a great emotional hook at the end. Like, they have a lot of quality. So I know season 7 kind of tails off in general, in part because of episodes like this. But there's still a baseline level of competence. I think it's more memey and jokey than it is outright bad. So
in my defense of my pick that I totally made and I totally endorse completely, they were filming Generations at this time, and they can't all be good, because if you're going to make the best quality Star Trek film that's ever been made in Star Trek Generations, of which it was hands down, they had to divert some of their attention away from the show. And, you know, sometimes they're just like, hey, just whoever's on set, just, we're going to turn on the cameras. Just go. Just do something. Whatever
You're saying like. This is Gates McFadden's normal day.
I hear only good things. I hear it's very spicy. I don't know.
How about we watch the trailer and we find out? So this is the official trailer.
I want that Voyager club music. Please.
Oh, I don't think we're in club music territory, but let's find out. Okay.
Do we get the 3-in-1 where they keep
it might
shortening
be.
the
It might be.
trailers
Let's find out.
Haunts her inner sleep, Beverly, a terrifying presence who wants her soul and will kill anyone who stands in his way.
I realize I'm backward wrong.
Now, will his seductive power take possession of Dr. Crusher?
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Or can she escape his deadly clutches?
Come on, Beverly, we've got to get out of here.
Next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, you've seen all the action there is in the movie.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh my God! So I'm immediately spoiled. This is Beverly's last episode. She's in nothing else.
By a terrifying stranger and struggles to escape his deadly clutches on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
We get one more after this.
Yeah, there'll be a third one.
The third one.
Is it going to be just like a Ronan stroking Picard's head?
Nope, that's it. Wow. Okay.
No, I gotta give them props. They didn't hit the sting at the end.
It's very spooky music, dude. It's like very kind of like, just like, dude, this is gonna be a spooky one. As she's like writhing under the bed sheets. Okay, we have to pre-rate this. It is law. I might. Do you know what? I'm cautiously optimistic this isn't quite as bad as I remember. And again, bearing in mind, we watched Section 31 yesterday, so everything's going up by a point. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for an optimistic 4. I feel like there might be something in here that is redeemable, but otherwise, it's not a great episode. Auto.
You just saw me put something in my mouth. I was also going to go 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you paid me back? I'm going to pay you
Gonna
back.
go 4-4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
4 on the floor.
I do remember liking Picard in this one because he does care for her, kind of follows her down the planet, tries to talk some sense into her. This is at the peak of Gates' redheaded powers in TNG. They nailed a lot of the makeup and whatnot, the hair in the later seasons. So, and I like myself a good Hallmark kind of romantic story. So,
Wow.
you know.
Go on, Stars.
You know what? I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 5. on this
5
one.
free
I'm feeling
racing.
good.
Oh wow.
All right, Stars.
So I was having a conversation with a friend who was going through TNG for the first time, and he just
Oh, lucky
watched.
bastard.
Yeah, he's on season 5 now. Guess what? He's having a fucking whale of
yeah.
a time. We watched Darmok together. He was entranced. And then he just watched Violations.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like, guess what? People are gonna meme on Sub Rosa, but even though it like kind of goes into some of the same territory, it is nowhere near as offensive and like determinedly cruel to women. It's just kind of stupid. It's kind of hokey. It's impossible to take seriously. Whereas something like Violations or Man of the People feels like it's about something. Like they really try and sell you on the idea that they're doing something meaningful and mature. This has no such pretension, and so I kind of respect it in that way. So I'm gonna go with a 4.
Ooh.
I'm hoping I'll be convinced to go higher. Maybe though, I feel like I'm gonna just go like, you know what? This is I can't justify it being high, but I might end up talking myself into it because I'm gonna have such a good time.
Frank, pre-rating, please.
I have to go only off the trailer that I just saw because I've never seen this episode, never heard of it, never heard any of the memes, as the kids say. And the fact that your ratings went 4.54, that tells me that this is quality. That tells me that this is something that stays with you years
That's out of
and
10, Frank.
decades later. And it's going to be a good Star Trek episode that, like every good Star Trek episode, does not take place on the Enterprise and instead takes place, I don't know, like in a village or something, because why not? I'm going to tentatively say, let's go middle of the ground and let's go 6.5.
6.5. Ooh.
Yes. And you can only go up from there.
That's
Can't
true.
go down.
Yeah. No, that's it. That is your bottom line from now on. Okay, how about we get this episode started? So let me just launch something here, push some buttons here, and make sure we're properly rewound and subtitles
Get your
loaded.
VHS, get your VHSs rewound. Get your Laserdisc ready.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, we are going to start this episode in, with any luck, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get ghosty.
Do you think they ever did like those audio retellings? Like you got that one for Search for Spock, wherever it was at that convention. Did they ever did one for this?
Oh, my subtitles are not loading. There we go.
Picard looking like he really doesn't want to be here.
Fucking hate Scotland. We barely saw her.
A random pig person behind her.
Yeah.
Problematic pig
All right,
people.
Professor
I mean,
Pig.
you can't tell me this is not peak Gates attractiveness.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah. Now the visitor died. God damn it.
What? Oh shit!
Remember
Damn
that
it,
fake
damn it.
timelines card we did?
Yeah.
Dropping
That was the
breaking
best thing to
news.
come
Then.
out of this episode.
You know, 20. What are we in? 24th century here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we're still burying people in the ground. Like,
Yeah.
can't you just shoot them with a phaser and be done?
That's how they cremate him.
It's the old ways.
Dude,
God,
just
falling
Stewart's
asleep.
eyebrows.
Yeah,
He
genuinely.
just got Botox.
He's just come off a mission to Romulus again.
He
Like,
just got finished shooting all those fuckers eating his lilies.
What's the 24th century equivalent of a backhoe they use to dig this?
Dude, look at this guy's hair. I love it.
Oh my god.
What a beautiful man.
Highlander 2's over there, buddy.
He's got that 5 head.
He should go on to become some sort of Bajor minister or something.
Oh god. He should bring exactly as much charisma to that role as he does to this one.
Well, so far, based on what I've seen, I'm probably going to increase my rating to 8.
Okay. That's fair.
Because a funeral, that was touching. I will miss Felicia a lot. And I know
Actually,
we'll never
it's not
see her
Felicia,
again.
it's Felisa. Or whatever the fuck it is.
Well, potato.
It is it's a rather dry open, isn't it? It's sort of like Beverly's grandmother's dead. Okay, where's the hook?
Well, season 7 of TNG did this a lot. Like every other episode was about someone's grandmother, their mother, their brother,
Jason
their
Vigo.
transporter clone.
A tribe of Native Americans that are getting displaced.
Dislocated.
Dislocate. Just going in, just breaking her arms. It's the Cardassian way. Please be upstanding for the national anthem.
Was it in? Oh, I forget what series it is, but didn't they canonize that this was like the Federation anthem or something like that? I feel like they did.
I will feel like there's some fan production, but you could be right.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it'll come up in Academy.
I think you do hear the Federation anthem in "Take Me Out to the Holosuite," and it sounds like trash.
It's the unused TNG one.
Maybe.
Sometimes I'm like, I don't like the Galaxy class starship, and the other times I'm like, that's a nice ship, and I can never decide.
No, I like it.
I'm
It's a good ship.
always have two minds on it.
Not S tier, but I like it.
I do
And
like the
Brazil,
special
that's
dress uniforms. We don't see enough of that.
Kamala.
Actually, I love Troy's hair too. Was it a remarkable look? He just kind of looked
Actually,
nonplussed.
that hair kind of calls back to season 1.
Yeah, a little bit.
She had the fuzz back then. The
She should
curly
be
fuzzy.
calling Riker Bill.
Am I a fake fan, or shouldn't Deanna have had 3 full pips?
Has that happened yet?
You could be right there, actually.
Yeah, I think so. I know it was like a late season episode where she does the test with the Riker.
Oh, hey, Patrick.
Sir Patrick.
There's 2 Patricks.
That's a stupid question.
Bitch, have you seen my replicator?
Suddenly,
what
Fuzz from
episode is this
Section
from?
31 shows up.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Well, this is Sub Rosa.
Sub Rosa. So she gets her full promotion in 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's in Dinah
Oh.
herself. No worries.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
such. I hate that episode. Well, it's boring.
It's
Mr.
fine.
Radioactive.
Who is the director on this one?
Jonathan Frakes.
Frakes. And
I don't know if
judging
it's
by what
camera
I've
movement.
seen so far, they'll never let him direct anything again after this.
They're trying to do something with this gate, but it's not working.
Framing's a little off.
Yeah.
They should have
It's-
Gates
listen,
stand behind the
It's,
gate.
it's a metaphor for Gates. It's like coming up next.
I can't believe we have real life Scott Saboos in this.
I love the culture. The deep fried Mars bars. Fantastic.
The Falcon.
Oh my.
Will you stop it?
American.
I'm trying to forget that film.
Oh, Frank, I have to remind you, you're coming up with the Sheila rating for this episode.
Oh, I like that. That photo.
Yeah, they actually bothered to give her a TNG Season 1 uniform.
Her hair catches on fire.
It's the only way to get any more red.
Actually, that sunset is doing wonders for them in this scene. Adds a lot
It's
of
very
warmth.
gothic. Yeah.
They're like, what if we use this for Generations?
Yeah.
I love the lighting on Generations, but that's me.
I actually genuinely adore it as well, yeah.
It was the best the Enterprise had ever looked until someone crashed it. I'm not saying who.
Beverly's like, please, Deanna, if you leave, I'll be stuck here with a bad plot. Please stay with me.
No, it's just Deanna's like, I've
It
had
won't
enough of
bother me
these
while
kind of
you're
plots.
Yeah,
need a break.
Deanna's like, it's your turn. It's your turn.
I've got
Take one for the team, sister.
I've got a test to revise for. Right, where's all the fan fiction? Come on.
Alright, time to play all the bagpipes. And the flutes.
I do like this is a very unique feeling so far. Like they're doing a different genre and it's working.
Little Women, Chapter 1.
It was the blurst of times.
Stupid monkey.
They were no longer little girls, but little women.
I love this. There's just a picture of Guldacar on the wall.
Can you imagine being the guy, like, who the set dresser or, like, the prop creator, who has to come along and, like, fill out the erotic journal?
Yeah, I
You
would
have to do
volunteer
your
for
best
that.
penmanship, yeah.
How does she hear the guy blowing out the candle? What? Oh, look at her in the mirror. Now that's a good
Yeah,
shot.
That's not bad.
Frakes.
Frank's like, we need every angle of her.
And he's not wrong.
Didn't they talk about?
Sounds like Rona Auberjoine.
You know what, I have to check something.
Yeah, I wonder if he was on the pick for Odo.
Alecascence. Oh, he's Irish.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Is it? That is in Titanic.
Okay.
So I have a question, right? He wasn't at the funeral.
He might have been. He might have.
So, well, clearly she didn't recognize him. So if he wasn't at the funeral, why didn't he go to the house when no one would be there and
That's
take
the
the
point.
candle then?
Yeah.
I just realized it's on wheels. It's just a regular office chair.
Office chair, yeah.
You can't fight perfection.
I thought it was on one of those like tracks like they have on the bridge. Do you think he has Data push him around on the little chair in engineering?
I guess what if I had the ability? God knows I'd let that happen.
Dude, we're just getting a meteorologist report. Come on.
Data does the
In
weather.
the shipping forecast.
Nothing has changed on that Elcar's display at all, and suddenly
Yeah.
he's giving you the 10-day.
The shipping forecast.
I'm starting to think this is not a true story. Suddenly,
A caber toss.
Not the
Caber
caber
toss.
toss.
Welcome to Planet
That's
Scotland.
I'm
got
sorry,
short
but-
potential.
If you wanted an actual accurate representation of Scotland, an unexpected downpour during a caber toss is really authentic.
Look at Picard.
Sir Patrick, this is a children's show. What?
Ronan,
He lives
fucking
on
deviant
Bajor.
art username. Patrick Stewart is regretting being here.
Walk it out. Walk it out.
He's saving it for next episode when he dresses down Sito Jackson.
Mm.
He's the captain of the flagship of the Federation, one of the best known diplomats, walking around in a gorgeous uniform. And this is his life.
Dude, score's going up, I gotta say. We're already in the top half right now.
Fuck me, I can't breathe.
Oh, look at that sleep acting.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Fire hazard on the Enterprise.
Actually, this is a nice little tracking shot. They go to show that and then pull back up.
I would like if Ronan was just knocking at the window, though. That would be. Oh,
Oh,
it's
look at
Ghostbusters.
that.
Here we go.
Parlor tricks.
Da, 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 da,
Oh.
da, busting makes me feel good.
Oh, for consent, sir. For consent.
This is going somewhere.
Oh,
Jean-Luc, was that
I
you?
like how she sleeps in wig and full makeup.
I think it's her real hair, isn't it?
No, it's not.
At this point,
Sorry
it was-
to crush your dreams.
She
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Idol.
Go props. Oh, Dish Girl, come on.
Yeah, no, actually.
This is actually some of the best they get together in 7 fucking years.
True.
Well, that's just a testament to how bad the entire thing was for her.
Her eyes, everyone's eyes.
Data, please scan for erogenous zones.
Starts points at the ceiling.
Oh, there it is.
I don't need to. Marina is trying so hard not to laugh. I think she deserved a fucking Emmy for not breaking out for that. It's just like,
who wrote this? Gene Roddenberry?
Brandon Braga, and I think
Well-
he should be ashamed.
Sort of. We'll go over that.
Story by Jerry Taylor? Christ, really?
Based off someone else's
It
manuscript.
was written
Yeah,
by
again.
2 women.
Yeah. Who may or may not be Anne
And the
Rand.
originator of the story was a woman? I don't believe that. That's wild.
Yes. Sort of.
Hey, leave. I didn't mean all that shit I said.
Do you fancy a pint?
You didn't do it.
The hoose.
You don't even try to elaborate. You're
No.
just like, you aren't going to believe me.
I mean, he's elaborating now. This guy is straight out of Spirit Folk.
Yeah, he really is.
Dinner light it.
Who's
Except for the fact that the thing keeps him alive for like a ridiculously long time. So before long, it's like 100 years.
Oh, I like the green lightning. Very, very
You should really
frightening.
beam up to the Enterprise. You know, we're safe and warm
Yeah,
in space.
in space. Oh, I love holding my little shawl out like that.
And Worf's
I'm
also
telling
here.
you, awful plot going on down there. Look at this green fog gas.
Call me Data Fish.
I like this moving shot here. It doesn't add a ton, but it's better than static.
They're really trying to put lipstick on this pig.
I'll give a +1 point for Cumulonimbus.
Will you? Will you really?
Is there no Starfleet issue umbrellas?
Yeah, you would think they'd be like a rain poncho.
Not in that wind. It would have just turned it inside out.
Yeah. Now, this is what's called love bombing. You shouldn't do this.
Well, that's got to be like $30 worth of flowers.
They're all plastic. That's what they don't tell you.
Ned's just in
Are
a...
you
like
being
the-
creepy with flowers?
I like the handheld here. It adds a little bit of
A
tension.
little shaky.
I'm glad you're getting something out of this.
You're
Also.
just glad that the camera is staying stable, unlike Section 31.
All right, let's stop. No, we can't say the S word here. We're
Yeah, I
done with
can.
that. The existence of Sub Rosa implies the existence of a Dom Rosa. Cribbing on oversized joke yesterday. Yeah, Barry Manilow.
7 years bad luck.
Beverly.
Would 10 security guards be a little overkill for one house?
Where would they all
Listen, we
go?
can have a party.
I don't think that's a realistic threat.
3 of them are Worf.
I might deduct a point for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, no signal.
Oh my god.
All right, this is the first shitty part for me.
Oh boy.
I want the camera to start shaking because the person behind it is just giggling.
This reminds me of that scene from The Matrix of the girl eating cake at the Merovingian's party.
Dude, this reminds you of Jumanji with everything growing throughout the house.
In Glasgow. buddy, this is very, very incestuous. I don't.
Also, real creepy.
Yeah, like this is not.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, but not in like a oh, I'm so scared. More like this is gross.
Think Stephen Collins likes this episode?
Maybe.
I don't think about what Stephen Collins likes.
Yes. See, that's like the actual. I would like that in a better episode. The idea of a ghost that moves with you into space.
Well,
that's interesting.
That's Wolf in the Fold from TOS.
Oh, that one also sucks. Yeah. How have we done this concept twice and both of them suck?
Is Wolf of the Fold bad? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I mean, it's pretty misogynistic from what I remember.
Please phaser Beverly.
I like that off-duty gown.
Yeah, that's cool.
Me too.
Did you dream about getting plowed? You tricked me.
It's been like 6 hours. They spoke not
Yeah.
that long ago. I suppose she is an empath. She can tell this kind of stuff. Dish.
Jean-Luc Picard. Oh.
He's very rich. He's got loads of cash.
Yeah. Problem is, that doesn't even work. They have they don't need money.
It's nice that they gave her a little prop to fiddle with while she's talking.
And a
If
rose
someone
too.
starts dating somebody else 800 years older than them, is that too big of an age gap?
Yes.
Depends on the culture. For humans, yes. For ghosts, no.
Deanna lying out her eyes.
No, she's not.
She's not listening.
She's waiting for her to stop talking. Yes.
Is how Picard looked at her one scene earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just using him for his Jahamaron. Now for the other romance. Let's go.
This guy is twice as wide as everybody else in this episode.
Oh, I forgot about the fog.
I do like the fog. This is hilarious.
Oh, hey, but doesn't Reich have an amazing line?
Okay.
It rolled in on us.
Fucking dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Guy doesn't even have to put the beers away. She can leave them out.
Cerveza Cristo.
Yes.
My saddle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a saddle too.
This is perfect riding weather for Jean-Luc.
Why has Beverly
doesn't
stole
wanna
my,
be here,
my
clearly.
saddle? Miss Crusher has ordered a swing installed in her quarters. Why is that?
Oh.
Dinner like that conduit.
He's moving so slow.
Whee!
That tumble is something
That's pretty
else.
good.
And he's dead.
Yep. He's dead, Jim.
Want to get a medical opinion? Maybe rush him to sickbay where the 24th century...
Fine.
Top right The top right corner of the frame had something over it that was really weird.
I love people casually leaning against consoles.
Yeah. They killed someone like 5 minutes ago.
He's Scottish. It's like when she ties her hair back.
There's a good little technical babble word for the day. Anaphasic.
You are on the ship.
No,
Or is
no.
this...
No, they're at the weather control.
this is the weather control station.
Right, okay.
I know you're zoning out, but
No, it's just because this looks like the ship. I did wonder how he
I mean,
got
it
up
has
to
the
the
old
Enterprise.
style-
Yeah, that makes more sense now.
it has the old style TOS movie design on the Elgars.
No.
No. Yes.
Snap her neck.
That's...
Oh,
He has big hands.
Yeah, he kind of does.
She got a tiny head.
Don't we all?
Well, the problem is he has big hands and even bigger hair.
that's glorious hair.
Is it?
I like how
Makes me
she's
think of
melting
Fabio.
into his hand.
It just feels like this is how... If I didn't know this was written with women involved, I'd feel like this is a 14-year-old boy's interpretation of how they expect women to act.
All right. First of all,
Yeah,
you're
that's
the
how
least
seduction
romantically inclined person I've ever heard of or met or anything ever. So, you know.
I mean, he is married.
This is true.
Like, this is obviously not great romance, but if you've watched or read a lot of romantic stuff, this is extraordinarily par for the course.
Okay, I'm glad I don't watch or read romance things.
Okay, now far be it for me to judge television kisses. That was the worst kiss of all time. That was like he just kind of like.
No, he was teasing. He was teasing.
Well, see? I don't
Wow.
think he's capable of that.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was a ghost and not real.
Oh. That's a thing?
Well, yes. They've done
It's
it
called a
before.
lock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like an
Well,
attic.
they got a crack lighter in the 24th century. That's cool.
Just because you... This is huff and
I
roll.
mean,
Yeah, you just hold it under the spoon.
I didn't know she got down like that. All right.
Oh, she knows.
Well, I mean,
Should have seen the stuff Jack was into. Meanwhile, Troy's midway through a chocolate dessert going, why am I aroused? Okay, that... no.
ooh. Clearly written by somebody who knows.
Clearly, yes.
Welcome to Planet
Oh, here we
E.
go.
I really like this scene.
Yeah, this is quite a good one.
Yeah.
Written by a writer. Energized. She had all these crystals. I think they might mean something. Jean-Luc, if you
I don't
tried
want to
quartz?
say what I want to say. I'm going to mute myself and say it. That must have been some hellacious ghost dick she got.
Frank, you
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh dear!
It is a good bit, though. You can only do it in the watch along.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone to actually.
Oh, was that not muted?
I can't believe
Sorry, I
that
can't hear
Picard's
Frank.
looking out the window like he did at the end of fucking Best of Both Worlds.
He cares for her very deeply.
Mm.
And he's got nothing else to do.
Come here.
So love's coming from the kebab shop.
To be fair, I bet you there are certain kebabs that do get you like that anaphasic.
Deep fried anaphasic ghost.
Yeah.
Just want Picard in the same dress with a red wig.
That would be a better episode. Mr. Flibble is very cross.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, this scene. I remember this one.
6 feet under, if you will.
Oh, George's
Get
got
a
a hand
shovel.
torch. Gotta love a hand torch.
Yeah. Not pictured the amount of times that she's burned herself on the metal candle holder. Beverly, I need you to stop gooning so aggressively, please.
How old was I when I watched this? Was this 94?
41.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I watched this when this came out. So I would have been...
I'm curious.
I would have been
Sunflower
10.
Star.
I watched this as a 10-year-old. That's wild.
Did you understand what the
1994.
fart cloud was doing?
Was I
I don't
alive?
think I did. I think I watched this with my dad
This
as well.
premiered before I was born.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, as a 10-year-old watching this, like, how am my dad sitting there just being awkward? I know I would be if I was sitting with my children. Like,
This is the first episode of TNG you ever watched.
I watched this premiere and then said, wow, that was great. And I went to work.
I thought you never watched this before,
I mean,
Frank.
I've never seen it before. And I'm going to leave here and go to work. See?
Explains the suit.
Well, now you've spoiled what your reaction is going to be when we do the review.
Never.
Totally not jealous, Picard.
I do like the pretense he's here with
So I just genetically modified myself.
Yep.
I think I prefer to you.
It's my life.
Oh, dude, it's best Fraser Crane there. I'm listening.
I was about to say.
Niles wishes he had that hair.
Oh, overtime. I'm already ahead of you on that.
Rest of our lives.
Oh, Jojitsu says, yeah. That's not the best first impression, is it?
Oh my god, imagine this being your first episode. My god.
Why did he show you this one, or were you just in the room at the time?
You can sit then.
I like this.
Redeemed Jojitsu, very redeemed.
This is like the Picard equivalent of Kirk logicking a computer to death.
Except more plausible.
Now he's dead.
And that's
Great.
how Picard died, yeah. Go on. Roll.
Fuck me. It's just
roll
got
in.
a little mechanical heart in there. She goes, right, here comes another one.
Yeah.
True love. Ronin away.
Oh, he's fine. It was just a bad case of gas.
Literally. Green gas.
I want to get off screen as soon as possible. Oh my
Yes.
god.
It's time for my lunch break. Here they're serving roast chicken.
So I have to ask, would that not make all the ground on top just suddenly fall in on itself?
You are right, yeah.
No, it would have been hard packed at that point. It doesn't collapse
could
unless
be
it's loose.
right.
Well, they should have put it in a concrete vault if they're doing it the same way. I don't believe this is a true story now because you bring up a good point.
Hello, boys.
Caldos for Crusher.
Good line reads.
Oh, now she's dead again. Great.
Yeah.
Davidians, you say?
Thank you for dropping all this in the last 5 minutes.
I think she's trying to break the addiction by focusing on her scientific background.
Science.
What if they had a generation of Howards with no women?
Don't ask these questions.
Okay.
You're right. Days of our lives in space. Absolutely.
It also kind of begs the question of, like, so does the ghost let them go free long enough to have a kid, and then it does the host thing?
Yeah, that's a
Or it
point.
comes on them late in life.
I guess. But it's like, for example, with Beverly here, unless Wesley has a kid, there won't be another Howard to, you know.
But he's not Howard. He's a Crusher. Because she was a
Well,
Howard.
he's got the same.
No, but she was a Howard. That was through her maternal line.
Yeah.
So there's also a very confusing question about. I mean, imagine the women would have had to kept their names throughout the generations.
Yeah.
She's Felicia Howard. So
Which I
obviously
guess
her mother, which
it
is
wouldn't
fine.
be
It's
hard
just-
to
yeah.
credit to the ghost making them do that
Yeah.
because he's got a weird fetish for it.
But Wesley is definitely Wesley Crusher, and also Jack Crusher as well later on.
Yeah, and there's no female like Howard alive left anymore, unless like the whatever.
Welcome to Star Trek
Whatever. Where the
Ancestry.
fuck am I? Why the fuck am I?
Yeah.
He turned into Green Crush.
All right, the Enterprise.
I love when the Enterprise starts all the way at the end.
Yeah,
there, 'cause
that's
you know it's gonna be a long
different
one.
shot. I wonder if that's
No,
a
no,
remaster
they do
shot.
that every now and then when there's a particularly long thing to
okay.
say.
Oh, it's a good point. Actually, we sure the Space Ghost would be picky about gender. There's us being bigoted and not modern.
I mean, given that he kind of explicitly says Howard women, and also this is TNG era Trek, which was
yeah,
very,
okay.
very straight.
Wish I had that family tradition.
Family tradition. Tell me why do we fuck ghosts? Sorry.
Every time it turns to fucking Marina says.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Right. I feel like we're going to be very divisive on the scores here.
Are we?
Well, I'm going to go to the toilet very quickly and we'll come back and we'll start the episode to discuss things amongst yourselves.
Flush out all the anaphasic radiation, yeah. Oh boy. What did I rate this? A 3? I think that might have been generous. Oh boy. Sub Rosa or a bad case of gas? Where's a Vulcan and a clay jar when you need one? That's a good question.
What a delightful episode. I'm glad I drafted this. This was
Yeah, you picked it with such care.
I
This
did.
was your first pick, like we were all picking stuff like the Wrath of Khan, The Undiscovered Country, Similitude, Measure of a Man, and you were like, yeah, Sub Rosa.
There's so much more to Trek than just your standard heavy hitters. You gotta
Yeah, there's so much more to correct than
Expand.
good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gentlemen, are we ready? Let me just do something real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Buttons I press. I need to press a certain button. Let's press this button, see what happens. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Star Trek Trek, our ongoing journey through the Star Trek universe. And this week we have come across Frank's very own draft pick back in the Star Trek draft that he was totally here and present for and picked this of his own free will. We have just watched and will be reviewing Star Trek Next Generation Season 7, Episode 14, Sub Rosa Frank. Usually this is the point where you ask our fellow draft pickers, why did you choose this episode? But seeing as you didn't choose this episode and we relegated you to just the lowest IMDb ranked episodes of Star Trek, please.
I am very fortunate to have spent many years of my recent life with you gentlemen. And
Thank you.
I knew that with me being unable to draft, that you would only get me the highest quality episodes and material to work with. I knew I could put my trust and my faith in all of you. And that was a warm, fuzzy feeling that made me sleep well at night. Now I fear I may never sleep again.
Oh, because this was so scary, wasn't it?
This was scary. I mean, there were ghosts, and there was this creepy gardener guy, and then
And Scots people.
Yes,
a candle.
the worst thing about this all, the Scottish. Yes, I feel like Garth Marenghi is. Worst of all, it was the Scotch. So this episode was. So there's a little bit of trivia behind this episode. This was directed by none other than Jonathan Frakes, who is one of the legendary Star Trek directors. Although you probably wouldn't know, and I believe there was a few points where we were just like, "Really, Johnny? Okay, fine." But regardless, directed by Jonathan Frakes. The story for this, now this is the interesting part. The teleplay was done by Brannon Braga, which generally, for layman's terms, means the person that took the story and made it TVable. Story was by Jerry Taylor, who is, again, another legendary Star Trek figure, who also wrote for such big episodes such as The Wounded, The Drumhead, I, Borg, also did some stuff for Voyager, including, I believe there's a book called Mosaic, which tracks Captain Janeway's early life, things like that. But this was based on the works by a story by a lady called Jenna F. Gallo. Now, so far as we can tell, this is the only thing she's ever done for television. There's also no other information about her anywhere on the internet, and there is a very popular running theory that this is a pseudonym for Anne Rice, due for the similarities between this episode and a book that Anne Rice wrote called The Witching Hour, which is apparently very similar. Apparently, according to Jerry Taylor, the original spec script was that there was to be an aliens through history on Earth who would have possessed people, and they were responsible for much of what we called supernatural paranormal events. The writer had the idea, note she says the writer, had the idea of the Scottish kind of origins of Beverly. Rick and Michael were very distrustful of the story. They considered it a romance novel in space and felt the possibility for embarrassment was monumental. But I just knew it would work. It's a different kind of story for Star Trek to tell.
Forged through that
feeling. It is a romance, but we do have women in our audience, and women do traditionally respond to romantic stories. And there's another story further on that says that Pauline came in and male viewers hated it, but female viewers were generally more favourable. Jerry Taylor apparently also said Gallo the series Bible of Star Trek Voyager, and Gallo sent in a story for a pitch about dinosaurs from Earth, which I believe got adapted into Distant Origin, although Gallo didn't receive any credit for it. Having done a little bit of digging online myself, I cannot find any reference to Jenna F. Gallo anywhere else on the internet. So the chances are that this is maybe a Jerry Taylor invention, or this is a pseudonym of someone who just wanted to go like, can I just throw this in here? See what happens. So it's an interesting story. Go on, Auto. I feel like you're going to have an opinion about this.
I'll give most of my thoughts at the end. I just
Okay.
have one memory alpha pull for now. Brandon Braga commented, Gates gave the best performance I've ever seen. I just thought she did a wonderful job. Picard catches Beverly masturbating, for crying out loud. What a tough role to play. When I was writing the words, quote, she writhes around in the bed having invisible sex, I just thought, oh man, we're asking for trouble. Are they going to be able to pull this off?
Yeah. So anyway, for those not familiar with Sub Rosa, this is the Ghost Candle episode. And yeah, the one thing I get, and so I think me and you and Otto have sort of had opposite opinions about this in the past. Is like you're a fan of Hallmark films and you're a fan of a romance story or two. You're definitely more of the sentimental kind, whereas I'm cold and dead and heartless inside. With that in mind, how did you perceive this episode with that kind of sort of target audience in mind? I wonder if this is sort of more directed at that kind of crowd. And now you talk.
Okay, again from Memory Alpha. Braga noted that the show was not popular among, quote, hardcore fans. The production staff noted that the fan response was split along gender lines, with men hating it and women loving it. Considering we're 4 men, that's what you're going to get. Ronald D. Moore, very famous, talented writer, liked it. Jonathan Frakes liked it.
Okay, go on, Stars.
I really have to. I think there's a bit of bluffery going on here, because like I know a lot of women. I talk to a lot of women. A lot of fandom spaces are filled with women who are some of the most intelligent and considered and thoughtful writers I've ever met. Like a lot of fandom spaces are full of people. I cannot think of a single person I could show this to where they would go, yeah, that's good. They would laugh at it. They would find it funny. But I don't think there's any kind of redeeming value in it. I don't think it has any value as a horror story. I don't think it has any value as a sci-fi story. I think it has value as camp ridiculous fun. I'm just curious to know how aware they were that they were doing that. Like
Yeah.
They feel like they were being very serious, and like that's an essential kind of like it's like The Room, right? The Room was not made with the intention of being the most funny film you've ever seen, but it is, and that's kind of what makes it funny, is because they didn't know they were making garbage. So them saying, "Oh, it was split along gender lines," I kind of don't believe that. I would genuinely think that everyone was like, "This is kind of trash," but there were people who were like, no, I can go along with trash. And then there were people who were like, I can't go along with trash. I feel like that's the actual divide here.
It's weird, like, looking at the
people's
structure of
tolerance for trash.
Look at the actual structure of the episode itself, because there are times when it tries to present itself as like a Star Trek, you know, a normal sort of Star Trek. You know, you get the moments of Data, you know, meteorological phenomenons, and him and Geordie scanning the grave, and you're kind of getting their scientific methods. And then when Beverly breaks down at the end, she says, "Yes, you're an anaphasic life form," and she sciences it out. Her love of science overcomes her libido for a brief moment as her dead grandmother emerges from the grave and zaps Geordie and Data. It's weird because it's like parts ridiculous, it's parts kind of romance. There is a part in there when you think like actually maybe this is a kind of, there's an essence of like his love as a alien being infects her and tries to get her to stay, and you know but it doesn't quite cohesively kind of come together in that way. It's parts of like here's old Scotland, here's Beverly and Troy slice of life episode, because it almost tries to be that as well. It tries to be like you know, a break from the normal, you know, when DS9 goes to the holosuite, you know, try to be a slice of life anime episode where they're just hanging about the ship, but it's then try to play a bit more than that. Yeah, someone else talk now.
I don't. There you go.
It's 1701 Shades of Grey. But not as good, and that's saying a lot. It's a trope not often used in Trek, but odd it happens a lot in season 7, where a ghost possesses somebody, for lack of a better term. A couple of episodes from now, spoiler alert, it'll happen to Troy. And she'll be standing inside the opening of a warp nacelle, wondering if she should jump in because a ghost is telling her to, because a ghost kills her. It's a thing. A ghost also infects Troy in a different episode because they entered their space and they talk through Troy because she's empathic. This is the first time we've seen a ghost use sex as a power or anything, which is, for a TV show, I expect it. I don't expect it on Newhart. I might expect it on Murder, She Wrote. Absolutely expect it on Matlock.
Man, if this was Angela Lansbury and not Gates McFadden.
10 out of 10 all day. But my Star Trek, all jokes aside, it's a unique episode because 80% of it is off of the Enterprise, and when you're on the Enterprise, it's weird because there's a fog rolling in, or
that is quite funny.
Data.
That's another thing. Very comedic moment in an episode that hasn't kind of, or has a few of like very little spots. With Picard, his eyebrows raised when Beverly's just detailing, the lustful adventures of her grandmother to him.
It was almost as if it was written by somebody who didn't know what they were doing and had never written Star Trek before and will never write Star Trek again. And didn't even want their name attached to it.
I think what strikes kind of most to me is that this is an episode that could only be made during TNG season 7. Because I feel like by
1 or 7, either extremes.
No, TNG season 1 would not do
Naked
this.
Now, literally,
it's a very different episode.
Equally as horny.
Because guess what? Like, that's based on a TOS episode. This is a similar thematically, but otherwise incredibly tonally different.
Yeah.
And the reason this could only happen during TNG season 7 was because by this point the inspiration had begun to run out. You cannot tell me that there were like 20 better scripts than this hanging around for them to have picked this one.
This is kind of
they had to have been running low on scripts.
This is yes and no. I think a lot of the writing staff was starting to transition to Voyager. They were starting to look at the films, and I think like a lot of these were probably like they say, the fan submitted scripts, which there were quite a lot. They had a sort of a plea to sort of not plea. What's the word? Sort of just like a submission.
I think it was just like an open thing.
Yeah, an open submission. That's how Ronald D. Moore got his start with
Yeah.
Star Trek. Like he started submitting scripts and ended up becoming more, a showrunner for like DS9 and Voyager. There were definitely a lot of enthusiast scripts written right, and this is one of them. And it might have just gone like, oh, let's use this one for this week, and we'll work the best of it. I will say, Gates McFadden is gorgeous in this episode. Like she's absolutely stunning. She does what she can on it, and that part at the end, I think Otto described it as like when she starts to break out of her lust, of her sort of like manipulation. Because there is an element of manipulation in this as well, which is not always what we like to see, but also is a real life issue, maybe not told with any kind of subtlety, the subtlety of a hammer, I believe, in this episode. But yeah, she breaks out of it. She does the best she can. Do you want a fun fact?
No, actually, I'm going to take a offense at that. Season 7 has Attached, which is one of my favorite Beverly episodes of all time. Yeah. And if we're really going to sit around here and say that the best that Gates McFadden
I would say it's the
do,
best. I just say it was good. But anyway, I'm not going to fight you.
She's better than this. Why are we denigrating Gates McFadden with a shitty subpar episode? You would not do this to Patrick Stewart. Guess what? When Patrick Stewart did the exact storyline in season 1 with Lonely Among Us, was it about sex? No, it fucking wasn't. There's a double standard here. It fucking sucks. And it's like, I'm kind of just offended on her behalf that we're like, well, she's doing this. Like, no, she's better than this. She deserves better than this.
Listening to sort of Gates McFadden talk about this on podcasts recently, I think she has definitely a much more she's in on the joke, definitely. A lot of the fandom has gone around it. And
well, yeah, you got to have a sense of humor about these
absolutely.
things.
But I think, she talks about it and she has like a nostalgic look back at it. She's never offended by the look at it. It's not as bad as like Violations with Troy. It's definitely not on that kind of level of outrage. It's just sort of a kind of a jokey, to her it's like, oh, this is this jokey episode. They can't all be bangers, but she's definitely had episodes that are. If you look at things like, I believe it's Suspicions, when her first command in Descent as well, she definitely has some very good moments in those episodes. So, but fun fact to ease the tension, because we're getting too uptight about this jokey episode. This is a word count update. This isn't anything remarkable. This is just like middle of the pack. But Crusher, notable fact, does in fact have 3 times the word count as Patrick Stewart this episode. You'll be surprised to know that she leads. Yeah, she leads everything. Would you like to guess who has the least words in this episode of the main cast? Sorry, dropping things.
Worf.
Oh no, actually not.
Geordie?
Is second to last. Nope.
Riker.
Correct. Riker has the least words.
Oh yeah, he has like 2 lines or something. Doesn't
He only says a dense fog just rolled in.
The fog's rolling in.
It just sort of rolled in on us.
Otto, you have been auspiciously Blofeld, stroking your cat there. I'm waiting to hear about your master plan. You gotta say something, man. Give us.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to position the mic. Writer Renee Echeverria said, every woman on the lot who read it was coming up to Brandon and patting him. Ultimately, I think it was worth doing because it was campy fun, and the production values were wonderful. The sets looked great, and everybody threw themselves into it.
Who pats someone?
Yeah.
What?
You know,
I think it was like patting him on the back.
Oh, right. I misinterpreted that.
We give ourselves a lot of grief for having only the male point of view, and when we're presented with female response, to summarily dismiss it, I think, would be wrong. So you can say you don't personally believe it, but, a lot of people do like it. One thing that personally I think I found
I do think I am being a bit uptight about it, but it's just like, I don't know.
One thing that I personally found interesting is recently someone I know has gotten into a relationship that went very fast and hot and heavy. And I have kind of felt like Troy in this episode where I'm like, I'm happy for you, which I am. And I hope it works out, but it doesn't seem to be the best fit to me. And I have been tackling that personally where I'm like, what do I say? How far? I don't want to overstep. I want to support them, but I want to be honest with them. And I definitely see that struggle in both her and Picard, who we were calling out their facial expressions when they know something's not wrong. They don't want to call it out straight, but they also don't want to mislead themselves. There is a lot of subtext going on in the relationship with those three. And one of the 3 great Patrick Stewart, or one of the 3 great Picard scenes in this is when Troy and Picard are in his ready room and they're talking about their concern for Bev. I've never seen her like this before. And those are really the 2 on the ship that have the closest relationship with her. So it's nice that those 2 are the ones that get together and try to kind of hatch a plan. I mean, they approach her separately. Maybe they could have approached her together at some point, but that's one aspect that I do like of the...
Yeah, it makes sense for Picard to be sort of like, it's a good scene with him on the planet's surface when, he's trying to say, well, where is Ronan? And then he does present himself, so he's just like, nice to meet you, and he's trying to suss things out, and he is the perfect person. It wouldn't have been Riker in that situation. It wouldn't have been Data in that situation. It could only have been Picard. It wouldn't even been Wesley if Wesley was still in the series. If he was still a main regular, you wouldn't imagine.
No, because it's his mom. That's
exactly.
Not really appropriate.
No, exactly. And it could only have been Picard to have that confrontation, but because us as casual viewers may not pick up on it, but for us that know Jean-Luc and Beverly's relationship up until that point, it adds there's a good weight in that scene. I feel like that's something that you don't see that in Picard and Beverly's relationship. Is there another episode she falls in love with someone? Was there something else? The host, that's it, Riker Rodan. Yeah, I knew there was something. Yeah. Which I don't know if Picard had any scenes in that, but there's something. How about we go on to our
Bread.
Yes, widescreen Cisco is here to give us our bread for the episode. So the bread is the moment in the episode that stands out to you the most. Frank, what was your bread of the episode?
I'm going to go outside the box a little bit, and I'm going to say, especially for a Star Trek episode, Next Generation in season 7, where we know I had alluded to it and joked about it earlier, but Generations was very much heavy in development. Voyager was starting up. DS9's obviously going. So all the key core of the Trek on the Paramount lot are scattered. And you've just got like this little pygmy thing over here, Next Generation season 7, doing somewhat okay and somewhat not okay.
I'm sorry, are you talking about the governor pygmy or?
Wow.
Pig face. But I appreciated that they did, I think, a great job on the set design. The set design for me was the bread I wanted to eat up.
That's a lovely
Just
cottage.
the look of an old village, the cottage, the graveside service that is suspend disbelief for second and 24th century almost seemed like a holodeck thing and like out of place, but no, it's what these people still do in their culture, and it's just the way they are. I liked that because it wasn't just we're on the bridge having dialogue.
There's something to be
That
said
was
about.
probably a highlight.
I kind of like the fact that Governor Maturin, or Maturin, whatever, was an alien. Because I feel like if it was just like, oh, we're humans pretending to be Scottish, I feel like there's that alien like, oh, I really love this culture. I want to set up this Scottish cult. You know, it's like a white man making reggae. Yeah, I know. As I have
Is this
made.
guy Doug?
Yeah.
Is this Doug from Strange New Worlds?
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. You know, he's very much like, you know, I'm gonna replicate this Scottish culture. I love it. I'm gonna take all the old timey stereotypes and not include a single like Glaswegian bar or kebab shop where they deep fry everything. You know, it's okay. I have Scottish
that line
friends.
is
I'm
not
allowed.
as stereotypical as the rest of this episode.
Okay, Stars, give us your bread.
If I'm honest, I think my bread is actually just gonna be the look on Patrick Stewart's face when he just like kind of turns away from Beverly's quarters and he's just like
30s.
Yeah, just like fucking. That's the delivery of a man who will go on to be in Ricky Gervais's extras. Like that
seen
man, you can see the face. You know what? I feel like if the episode had been more like that all the way through, I'd be more kind to it. Because that is leaning heavily on the absurdity of it while still remaining in character. That and the line about, you know, like the fog just rolling in on us. Like, I feel like that is the level of self-awareness I wish the entire episode was pitched at, rather than a lot of technobabble that no one really gives a fuck about, actually. Like, I'm trying to work myself up into being less uptight about this episode and, you know, trying to get into the good humor of it like Gates McFadden did. So I kind of do wish they just leaned more into that aspect. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to be thinking about the look on fucking Stewart's face for a long time. So that's my bread.
Auto. Bread.
Do what you want. Think what you want. Just DINNAE LIGHT THA CANDLE. Come on, it's everybody's bread. It's one of the most memorable lines in Star Trek history, without exaggeration. Like everybody, if you're a hardcore fan, everyone knows that line. So that's my bread.
I think my bread is just I think it's going to be the other memeable moment of this episode, which is who the fuck tells their friends about reading their grandmother's erotic journal? Who picks up their grandmother's journal and goes, well, I was just fingered by this guy. And they just go like, no, I'm going to stop reading right here. This is terrible. Please, like, no. This.
For context, by the way, I only just told a friend of mine who I've had for like 2 years about this very show that I do. I would not be telling anyone about what I was reading in my fucking grandmother's erotic journal.
I've had to clear out, like, I've had dead grandparents and I've had to clear out the house and I found books. And if I found that, I'd be like, oh, no, we're not going any further right now. I wouldn't sit there and go, right, let's open the book, sit down by the file. Oh, great. Nanny, you got right up there, didn't you? No, that's definitely my bread. So I'm saying that purely for Stars' face. All right, we need to move on to...
The best advice I can give you is to just be yourself.
You're the worst thing that ever happened to Zek. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Actually, that's the second best piece of advice.
In fact, you're the worst thing that ever happened to the entire Ferengi Alliance.
No.
Just stop saying that.
Okay, Overtide 2 does say in the 24th century they aren't prudes. You're probably right on that one. Maybe but still.
I feel like some of them are. Worf's definitely a prude.
All right, let's go reverse order. Auto, best and worst.
Oh. So I've got bunches of bests, so you could have saved me for the end. All right, my worst is going to be, so I actually liked the first 12 or so minutes. The set design obviously was fantastic. Frakes was really doing a lot with lighting and camera stuff, which I'll talk about later. But once Ronan shows up, and his voice, and Bev and Crusher Gates, starts convulsing while he's talking to him, like, okay, this is like, no, this is too much now. Because I was actually enjoying the first part, and whatever. I don't like the romance. I like everything else about this episode. And just the, I can feel you, as he was like inhabiting her, it was too much. It was bad. Best part, almost unequivocally, is Riker. It just kind of rolled in on us, sir. Like, that was pitch perfect. If he had 2 lines or whatever you said, he made them count. That was 38 words. Hilarious. That was great.
All right, stars.
So I'm going to hit my worst first, and I'm going to take a pot shot at Duncan Regehr, however you spell his last name, otherwise known as Shakar. So, I think he's okay as Shakar. I think if it's a competition between him and Bareil, he wins pretty easily.
Wow.
But he has never struck me as an actor with a ton of charisma.
No.
He is certainly not a romantic lead. I feel like if you were going to do this episode nowadays, it would be way easier to cast this convincingly as a character or a persona, a presence, like with a certain magnetism. And he just really lacks that. And I'm sure he's a perfectly nice guy, or maybe he's a piece of shit. I don't know. We fucking God knows what comes out about people after, but he does not have a certain magnetic type personality. He's just, we're informed that he is sexually attractive. Where you literally have to.
That's a good way to put it.
We are informed.
I heard it from a friend of a friend that he's apparently very attractive.
From my grandmother's erotic journal, yeah. I think it says a lot that all the heavy lifting in the seduction is done by, stage props and flames going off on candles and Beverly's freaking frilly nightgown undoing itself. He does not do any of that because it would not be credible. He would not buy it.
Okay, Stars, as the only well, I don't know, actually, Frank, I don't know, but as the only homosexual in our audience, in our roster, do you find him attractive?
This episode, you're just taking shots at Frank. Come on.
I don't find him attractive at all. No, I don't.
Frank, do you find him attractive? Just don't exclude you.
I have a blind friend that I said this guy is the most attractive guy in Star Trek, and even he said no, not really.
All right, Frank.
It's not even like he's bad looking, but he's not attractive.
Brilliant. Oh, did you do a best, Stars?
I have not yet. No.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stump up again for the kind of self-referential lines where it's freaking. 30s, they just sort of rolled in on us, but that's been kind of done to death. So I'm going to look for something else. I'm going to say, you know what? I'll shout out the directorial work and the camera work. Some of it was a little bit too much. I need to find a way to make this look remotely interesting with stuff like shooting Stewart and the governor behind the gate, which was this doesn't add anything. But there's some good camera work with mirrors. There's some good tracking shots, some good handheld. It is a well-directed episode. Jonathan Frakes does not do badly directed episodes. I can't think of a whole thing. You can give me a 2-take Frakes. It's certainly not his best directorial work, but it's far away from his worst. It's a good-looking episode, at least.
Go, Frank.
Okay, best, and I strictly say this because, yes, I as a gimmick, I didn't shave for 3 days and I didn't shower today and I look unkempt and I put on
me too.
suit
Yeah.
to go to a funeral for the episode. But, you know, since I have the worst pics, I need to look like, you know, the down on his luck Gil from The Simpsons. Hey, my luck's about to turn. Not with this episode.
It's for you. You wouldn't even see it. But
Honestly, Frank is kind of working for you.
I'm dancing.
The best for me, something that legitimately made all of us laugh, was when our dear friend Quint died, unfortunately, and he took that end over end back tumble
Incredible
over
tumble.
3 stairs to a landing, down 2 more stairs to his death, at a horrific 3-foot fall that would kill anybody. And
It's the
he
small
very
falls that get you.
athletically did it. It is. That was a plus pratfall, and I appreciated it because I love physical comedy. And it was like the Riker thing. It was just this funny moment that like had no business being there, but you needed because it needed to break up the "oh, she's fucking a ghost" moments. And so I love little things like that. The worst.
There's so little to choose from.
That I have to defend this episode since it's my draft pick.
You don't. You actually don't.
I will say the worst is when they exhume the coffin and Emperor Palpatine pops out and shoots lightning. They lost me there. I was along the way, even with the ghost seduction stuff. They lost me at Emperor Palpatine.
They lost you at unlimited sexual power.
Unlimited candles. Christ. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No, you know what? I actually have a important philosophical point to bring up since we will never have a chance to talk about it again. Gentlemen.
You hope.
Gentlemen.
We've watched Section 31 twice. They don't.
People's attraction to werewolves, I can understand it. People's attraction to vampires, I get it. Would you ever fuck a ghost?
Is it?
No judgments. This is a open.
I mean, I have watched Ghostbusters.
Yes.
There is a scene in Ghostbusters you may be very well aware of.
Did it do something for you?
Great sense. Yes.
You know,
yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Depends on the ghost.
If I were trapped on a deserted island, okay?
Haunted deserted island.
Haunted deserted island.
With haunted
no chance
Scottish
of rescue.
deserted island.
Yes. A rainy, haunted, deserted island.
Scottish.
A green, overcast, rainy, haunted, deserted island.
Yes, yes.
And the ghost brought me a house full of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so deserted
And the
anymore.
ghost
I'm out.
did not lead the conversation with, hey, just so you know, very recently I banged your grandmother. She died. I would think about it. But when you tell me that you banged my ancestor as early as a week ago, you know, that's kind of
may or may not have been the reason she died.
To do on the island.
Yeah, I was gonna say they bury the lead and they don't tell you what she died of. That might have been a heart attack.
Ghost chlamydia.
All right, so we've got a yes, a maybe, auto. I need tiebreak here. Would you
if
ever
it took
fuck a ghost?
corporeal form, yes. But if you're just like fucking a cloud, you can't feel anything. Then what would be the point? So I would
love
take
we're going
corporeal
where no
ghost,
other Star Trek
but
podcast
not a
will
ethereal
go.
ghost.
Not ethereal.
Corporeal,
All right. It has to
yes.
have form and
Ethereal, no.
substance. Okay.
That's right.
I'll go full in, and then I'll even light a cigarette with that crack lighter she had afterwards, and it'll.
Oh, she had some good
Although-
addict legs there.
Actually, Stars, since you posited, let me reframe the question: would you be fucked by a ghost?
Here's the thing. I lied to you. This is not a safe space. You're all fucking degenerates. This is a sting operation.
Oh shit, it's the degenerate police.
Notice how he hasn't said no yet, by the way.
I just thought I was
No,
auditioning
I
to be a
would not
writer
allow
on
myself
Star
to
Trek.
I would not allow myself to be fucked by a ghost. Thank you very much.
Even if it had fucked your grandfather minutes before. Really?
Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
There's no, I'm not even gonna.
I think it's time to move on.
I think it
it's
probably
time
is.
to hit a
I need to
trigger
do my
or
best and worst as well.
You can hear our opinions every week right here on Show
yeah,
Pod
guy,
One.
yeah. It's still those new viewers. We're going where other pods won't. I will give shout out to Gates McFadden this episode just for how much she, and this is the best moment, is just like how much she puts her whole ass into this. This is no half-ass. Some actors would look at this script and go, okay, fine. But she, from the moment, you know, when she's being seduced by the ghost, where she's trying to fake an orgasm on the cabinet, where she's getting crack addicted to a candle, she is fully going for it. She is there.
It was very Shatner, reminiscent of something Shatner would probably do.
Actually,
in
yeah,
that
you know, you
situation.
said it very much so. Definitely love her line read when she's on the transporter pad and she's kind of goes like, "Yes, I'm retiring from Starfleet, energize," and like, you know, very good delivery. Nameless transporter officer who gets his 2 words in this episode, you know, gets belayed by Picard. So I'm going to give a shout out for Gates McFadden for being an absolute trooper and going through this episode and doing it and not questioning too much as she goes along. If you ever get a chance, have a listen to the pod she does, Investigates, where she talks about this episode with Will Wheaton. And they have some very frank discussions about sexuality and things her partners have done to her that reminded her of this episode. So I am definitely going to give a shout out to Gates McFadden this episode. My worst moment, why Space Scotland? Of all the fucking places you could pick. But, okay, it's not just Space Scotland. I know I said earlier that, yeah, okay, it's an alien's view of Scotland, like, he loves it because of the culture, but also it's just like, this could have been anywhere, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like, the way that Ronan presents herself is in a very kind of Janeway sort of Victoria, you know, when she is the governess, and, you know, it's that kind of era. This could have been anywhere. Sorry, on.
Sorry, and I mean, to be serious, it's because it's a classically romantic setting, like the Gothic mansion kind of thing. And Janeway's is close. She digs into Irish culture a lot with her romances, so that's why they do it. But
I did also look it up, by the way. There's not a single like Scottish member of and both the governor and Ned Quint are not Scottish.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, if you're gonna do it, then do it.
They were going to pick Blackpool, but you guys already get Destination Trek, so. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the great history of Blackpool romances. All right.
Listen, make more queens for the convention being there. Anyway, so yeah, I will go for that as my worst moment. Anyway, let's do this.
I can show you my rating code.
Schiller rating 3.5. Associational rating norm -3. That's much too low a rating.
Is not accustomed to seeing an unsatisfactory rating on a member of my crew.
Okay, so I pre-rated this a 4 stars. I believe you also 4'd.
I think I went for a 3
did
or
you go
maybe
for
a 4.
3?
I forget.
Frank, you did a 6.5. You also did a 4, didn't you, Auto? Yeah.
I bumped it up to.
No, he went 5.
What, 5?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He did.
Okay, the post section 31 bump up. I don't think it's going to hold on this occasion. Auto, you said you had a lot to say at the end. I'm going to let you go first.
We haven't got a rating code yet.
Oh, we don't,
we don't
Frank.
even have a
Please. What you need our Schiller rating? Sorry, thank you for reminding me.
Gentlemen, and I say that lightly, but to Otto. How many, and I want you to talk first before you give me the amount of particularly erotic entries in your grandmother's, not mine, in your grandmother's journal, would you give this episode?
Love it.
All right. So, as I said earlier, the romance pretty much sucked. The Scottish part pretty much sucked. I think I liked just about the rest of it. All right, Picard, this is a good Picard episode. Not only is he contributing to the camp, he has 3 good scenes. When he meets her in the transporter, what the hell are you doing? He confronts her. That's good friendship stuff. When he's talking to Troy in his ready room, they're concerned about her. That's a scene I like. Then when he beams down to try to protect her from making a mistake, I like that. The There is a lot of camp that it just kind of rolled in on us. Is funny. Frakes is doing a lot from behind the camera. Like I said, the first 10, 12 minutes, I liked the reveal in the mirror, the handy cam when she's starting to get frightened, the sunrise, sunset lighting on her and Troy. It was all good stuff. And it is nice to get a Bev feature and Bev and Troy interactions. So I did like that stuff. Kind of on the list of Bev episodes, way up top, you have like Ethics, the Worf spinal surgery episode. You have Attached with her and Picard's suspicions when Guinan kind of guides her through the sign stuff. And then on the bottom end, for me, like Descent, I don't give a shit about. Remember Me, I think is just bad. It's like camp without the camp. So this is somewhere in the middle. So I'm giving this, and you can roast me for it if you want. I'm giving this 5 particularly erotic chapters in my grandmother's journal out of 10. I think it's completely middle of the road. You know, it has good stuff and it has cringeworthy stuff.
All right, I'm going to go next. This episode tries to be 3 different styles all at once. Oh, go on.
I'm sorry. Can I throw in one more best that I forgot to mention?
Go for
Actually,
it.
when she goes back to the ship, she lights the candle and then she jumps back on the bed and hugs her knees, and she's giving the typical withdrawal symptom acting, which actually reminds me of Symbiosis from season 1. And I just like that because that is like the closest they get until the very end of the, there might be something scientifically up here, something wrong, something biochemical. And I did like that they actually gave a nod to that instead of it just being fucking like weird ass shit, which it also was. But sorry, please continue.
I will. I feel like this episode tries to be 3 different things. It tries to be a romance, tries to be a horror, it tries to be a comedy. And it doesn't particularly focus on doing any of them particularly well. Frakes does his best. Like, he you know, like you say, with the sort of like the best directorial moments are when like the storm is rolling in and she's in the cabin by herself and like the camera's rolling in. But the dialogue's bad. Especially when it's Beverly and Ronan talking, because it's not engaging. Because anything when Patrick Stewart rolls up, things escalate because he has that logical gravitas. When he's talking to Beverly in the corridor and you get the shocked emotion, he's trying to be diplomatic and you can feel that. When he's on the ship talking to the governor, we kind of get that moment where we get in the expository Picard. And then when he's confronting Ronan, we get the best part of Picard in this episode. And he kind of carries the serious, what we know as TNG era Star Trek, along with it. But then when it sort of devolves from that, and we don't devolve enough into the addict side of the candle, it is treated more as a romance rather than a manipulation. And I feel like that kind of fails on that front. And we get the odd little comedic episodes, and then you've got Geordi and Data just rolling along with the techno babble because no one else knows what to write for them in this episode. Like, oh, they're the engineers, they can talk all the big, long, complicated science words, even though they're fairly coherent in this episode. So I am going to give this... I'm going to downgrade slightly. I went for a 4. I felt like I was going to react to this as like, oh, it's a campy bit of fun, but actually it's worse than I remember. I'm going to go for 2 particularly erotic entries in my grandmother's journal. God forbid I ever have to read that, which I don't, thankfully. We're
going to review it on stream.
Yeah. Stars.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in a general same place as you, Idol. There are elements of camp here. However, I don't think that camp is what TNG does particularly well. I think DS9 also kind of fails to be camp in a lot of ways. Like, when I think DS9 and camp, I think of stuff like Prophet and Lace, which flatly sucks. Voyager was where you actually get camp kind of succeeding, I think. It's just too stately and too serious to do camp properly. And it kind of shows in all those scenes of, like, Data and Geordi and Maturin just, like, sitting around talking about weather patterns as if anyone gives a single solitary fuck.
And that's kind of what I was saying, like when they kind of go like, oh wait, we need to do some TNG techno babble, it just feels like it's thrown in there because you have to.
Yeah. Like, you can very much tell that this is a story that's gone through, like, multiple iterations to make it more Star Trek, and every layer that's been artificially grafted onto it has kind of eroded some of the charm. And some parts of it are still in there, where the two parts have meshed properly, like the Picard 30s, like, but there's not enough of that. It's just not capable of being silly enough for my liking. I'm glad that Gates doesn't feel objectified by it. I'm glad that she's managed to make a piece and enjoy the role in it. I'm sure it does things for more other people, but as someone who generally enjoys camp quite a bit, this just doesn't hit the right notes for me. And I found myself alternating between lows of being extremely bored and not saying anything and laughing. And the laughter was appreciated. But if I want to laugh at a Star Trek episode, I'll go and pick one that can actually be consistently funny, not one that just kind of fails forward into it. So I would have to give this 2 particularly erotic entries in my grandmother's journal.
I feel like there's like a realm of the spirit world where all our grandmothers are getting together and having a book talk. But Frank, please.
I will say we reviewed Naked Now with Shy, which is like episode 2 of the entire series, and that does camp really well. But I feel like once they lost the season 1-ness, then they kind of lost their ability to poke fun at themselves.
Yeah.
Go, Frank.
Clearly, this episode would have been improved by
yeah, well.
I'd like to remind you, Otto, you gave The Naked Now a 7.2. Anyway, Frank, please go on.
Because it was good camp. Yeah, Shy gave it a 7 as well.
He did, yeah.
We all love Trek. We're here for Trek. That's the thing.
Yourself, I hate Star Trek now, thanks to Section 31.
And now we're done. This is now an Age of Empires 2 stream.
Wololo.
Even bad Trek can be good Trek because it's still Trek. But then when you're looking at it as a whole, as not just it's Trek and it's this IP and product that I love and I have this emotional attachment to that molded me for who I became as a person and was a part of me for all of my adult life and younger life. When you look at it as what it is, which was a TV show, this is a bad TV show. You said earlier, this could only work as a TNG season 7. This could not work as Voyager. This could not work as whatever was on at the time. Wings was on in like 94, I think. Designing Women. Delta Burke got possessed by a ghost. I don't know. That could have been good. This just it only fit in this little subgenre. But if like you sat me down and you said, hey, you're on this deserted island and either you get possessed by this ghost or you watch Sub Rosa or you watch Code of Honor, which one is it? And this is the less of all 3 of those evils, although I wouldn't mind you, Mr. Ghost, but it has some, yes, Otto touched on, there's a lot of redeeming moments. Out of a 42-minute episode, there's like 15 solid minutes of redeeming material and good stuff that if you just stripped it out and made a 15-minute episode, hey, that's pretty good. But as a whole, yeah,
there's a whole lot of hole going on here.
Yeah, and the reason I wore a tie is so I could do this.
That's the least offensive thing said on this entire review so far, so well done, Frank.
I try. I have to downgrade my initial pre-rating, but I have to come in ahead of you gentlemen, and I have to agree with my esteemed colleague that at the best thing I can say for this is just the most middle of the road thing that anybody could do. And if Jonathan Frakes does better in his career, great. If Gates McFadden gets better acting, okay, well, she didn't, but if other people got opportunities to do better, That's great. And my apologies to all of Ireland that were offended. I have to give this
what an American thing to say.
5.2.
Oh, 5.2. Wow, okay.
Particularly erotic chapters in my grandmother's journal.
Wow.
I had to say that.
Okay. Well, at the end of
Didn't
this...
have to. You chose to say that one, Frank.
This is your choice. Otto, you were wrong, because you said that us watching Section 31 would naturally make us put at least 2 points on this episode. Well done, you've upgraded it from a 0. It is, in fact, a 3.6 average between the lot of us, which... you know what? It's better than some episodes we've watched. Oh, hang on. What's happened here?
It's better than Code of Honor, obviously.
Easily, yeah.
Oh, I've accidentally put this under parallels. Sorry, that was... don't know why I've done that.
You absolutely
wrong season 7 episode. Don't know how that happened. Anyway, let me just reconfigure my spreadsheet.
Can't change it now.
No.
Incidentally, my Schiller rating would have been pig-faced Scots-a-booze out of 10.
Scots-a-booze. Okay. Believe it or not, we rated Angel 1 higher than this. We rated Shore Leave higher than this, which, to be fair, Shore Leave is the right kind of camp. Captive Pursuit was low. I believe that was just you and me, Auto. The Battle.
That was bad.
We rated lower. The Magics of Megas 2 we rated low. It's the middle of the low end of our ratings so far.
You know, I've got to say, so we're doing all these episodes that we drafted that we picked on purpose because we love them and we want to share them. I got to say, actually having Frank's auto draft is going to be like a life draft. It reminds us, yes, that we can still calibrate our scores on awful episodes or bad episodes or boring episodes.
It's the palate
Otherwise, it's going to be
when
10, 10, 10.
You go to a restaurant and you have this wonderful food and they're like, here, have a little palate cleanser. Here's Sub Rosa. Or, hey,
it's the Sub Rosa sushi.
How would you like some shades of gray?
How's about I shit in your mouth?
On that note, we will be back. Wow.
What kind of ghost are you?
Yes. Ghostbusters 3, don't worry about it.
The Magics of Megas Poo. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're 3 years old now. Okay. We will be back soon. Please check the Discord on our channel for upcoming events and other live streams. We'll be back probably next week for another episode from our Star Trek draft, and hopefully something good. We'll see. Who knows? You can never can tell. Live long, prosper, and dinner light that candle.
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's going to give him the deal of a lifetime in a new Porsche.
A Porsche?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?
Alvin.